In order to know who Muhammad was, everything that we happened, everything that I've just showed you, we need to go back to the sources for all these stories. Now, Muhammad dies in 632. The first source we get are what we know is his biography, known as the Sirah. So who wrote the biography? Somebody who knew Muhammad, right? No. The first one they claim who writes it down was Ibn Ishaq, who died in 765. That's 130 years after Muhammad. Is there a problem there, folks? Okay, you're coming with me. Let's continue. But we don't have Ibn Ishaq. We have to go to this guy here, Ibn Hisham. He is the one that actually writes down what Ibn Ishaq says, throws out most of it, and only retains what he likes. He dies in 833. After him comes Al-Waqidi, who dies in 835. That's what we know about Muhammad. Nothing from Ibn Ishaq. So let's just get rid of Ibn Ishaq. Whoop, there he goes. But that's not the only thing we have. We have an enormous amount of material on Muhammad, on what he says. This is known as the hadith. And the sayings, these are the sayings of what Muhammad said. They were first written down by Al-Bukhari. Now look at his date, 870. You thought Ibn Ishaq was bad enough. This is 240 years after the fact. And after him, there's others like Sahih Muslim, Ibn Dawud, you have Tirmidhi, you have Majah, you have Abda, and then you have Nasai. So those are the six, what they thought authoritative hadith compilations that were put down. But look at, they're all in the 9th and 10th century, right? And then you have two more genre of what we know as a standard Islamic narrative, the tafsir and the tahqiq. The tafsir would be the commentaries which explain the Quran, and then of course the tafsir, which would be the histories of all mankind up until Muhammad. First written down by Al-Tabari. Look at his date. He died in 923. Now I'm putting you their death dates purposely because everything was written normally within 20 years of their death dates. That's when they would be written. But it could be changed and continue manipulated all right up until they died. Notice, everything I've showed you doesn't even begin to get written down for 200 years. 200 years after Muhammad died, you get the Sirah, then you get the Hadith, another 240 years, and it's not till the 10th century that you even get the Tafsir and the Tahqiq. Abdul Malik's name I'm putting up there because he's the first one to introduce us to anybody called Muhammad. Look, when he introduced that, he introduces it in 692. Muhammad died in 632. You've got 60 years before he's even introduced into the world stage. Does that bother any of you? But the Muhammad we're going to talk about, the Muhammad of Islam, that Muhammad was introduced by these people, the Abbasids. And they do so, they come to power in 749. The Muhammad that we look at is all their invention. And they had 84 years to finally get down his biography, and about 100 years to get down his sayings, and of course, the other two genres.